Okay, for those of you who are interested in these videos on this channel, please subscribe this channel.
Why is gas $5 a gallon? And like, why do I have to pay rent? And why is rent so high? And why do I have to drive my car and get the gas that I have to get to go to the job that I have to pay for rent? Why do I have to do all of that stuff? And why are you making it so fucking expensive to do it? I don't even want to get out and pump my gas. It feels like getting out and just knowing someone's gonna fucking stab you. Why would you get out? This is beginning. This is the beginning of life. What am I supposed to do forever? It's gonna fucking worse.
$5 for gas. Yeah, we see this same burnout like everywhere. People just tired of surviving. Like my relatives, also my friend who were working at the same place with me, and now they are having the chance to join like internship program in some company in US. They have to pay by themselves. I need to share this information because it's tough living in America. This one is in a way is valid though.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't recognize this country anymore. I'm 44 years old, and we're living in a country today where human beings aren't getting due process anymore. Judges are being attacked left and right from the president of the United States. People are getting laid off for no reason. Veterans are getting laid off, and we have tech billionaires. And, look at Trump's administration. $60 billion his administration is worth. And by the way, that doesn't even include Elon Musk. The biggest tax breaks for the top 1%. They're threatening to get rid of our Medicare, get rid of Social Security. What type of country are we living in where undocumented immigrants, some who have lived here for decades and pay taxes, are getting deported from religious sanctuaries and schools? The Bibles are going to be in every classroom, the 10 Commandments. What is going on in this country? This country was founded on immigrants. Have we lost our compassion for human beings? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, watching these clips from abroad is honestly heartbreaking and scary. I can feel your own country like slipping away from you, and that loss of basic fairness, and compassion, and it feels like hitting so hard. If I were American right now, I would feel confused and sad seeing veterans laid off while billionaires run things. Yeah, we do really feel that anger and that fear.
Y'all want to know what angers me? A poll was just recently released that highlighted Americans now view Joe Biden as a better president than Donald Trump. That Joe Biden did a better job than what Donald Trump is currently doing. And why that just upsets me to the highest degree is because we as the American people have got to start seeing clearly when it matters the most. Not after the fact, not after a decision has been made. Because I've watched countless people lambast about how they couldn't relate to Kamala, but you knew who Donald Trump was. Joe Biden was too old, but you knew his character. And you knew Donald Trump's character. And you still voted for Donald Trump. Or you chose to sit out the election to prove what point I'm still trying to understand. But here we are, a year and some change later, far worse than where we were back in 2024. We now have federal agencies American people. We have the innocent being deported and snatched up, who their only crime, I guess, is crossing the border illegally, but other than that, have been productive citizens of this nation. We got 5-year-olds being detained by ICE. The president putting tariffs on everybody, the rule of law being completely disregarded, and now we've finally come to our senses? It's too late.
As non-American, I can see people finally waking up, and after damage is already done. If I were American, I would be scared of any family, especially with 5-year-olds, like getting, that is not normal. And I can feel your anger like so much.
2016 is remembered so fondly because it was the last year before Trump. I said what I said, and what I said isn't wrong. People are going to come at me saying that I have TDS or that I'm politicizing everything unnecessarily, but I'm 100% right. When you look at 2016, that was really the last year that a lot of Americans had hope that things would improve in the future. We just came off of 8 years of an Obama presidency, which improved things materially for a lot of Americans following the 2008 financial crisis. And we kind of had this hope that things would continue to improve. And man, Trump sucked the air out of the room after he got elected, right? I mean, one, Trump campaigned on removing a lot of the improvements that Obama made. But two, he just increased the division in this country so immensely. I mean, there was a huge spike in hate crimes after Trump got elected, like a measurable one. And division is something that Trump campaigned on. I mean, when he announced that he was running for presidency, his speech was talking about how Mexico is not sending their best, right? From day zero, Trump has been sowing division. And that's only increased since 2016. I mean, how many people have you seen online talk about how they can't even talk to so-and-so relative anymore because they've gone full MAGA, or they become brainwashed by this MAGA cult and don't believe that vaccines work anymore, right? And another thing that's kind of connected to all of this is social media and how its usage and how people view it has changed following 2016. Before 2016, social media was still a way to bring people together, right? People talk about how millennials are so free because we didn't really have that toxic social media landscape where everyone is like afraid to be cringe. We didn't have that, right? These social media applications were still used as a way to bring people together, and Trump really turned that on its head. People think I'm being dramatic, but do you remember Cambridge Analytica in that time? Trump exploited social media to, again, further divide people. And that's how people see social media, as kind of like this toxic place where people are watching each other's moves. It's no longer that place that brings people together. It's just a way to spread hate. So I think that changed with Trump being elected. Again, people are going to say I'm dramatic, I got TDS, blah, 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 blah. But I think that's why there was this historic vibe shift, really, in 2016 or after 2016. And it all leads to Trump.
Well, watching this from overseas, like, it's wild to see how one election rewired even how people use their phones. I would probably feel scared too to talking about or bringing up politics at dinner, But never lose your hope, and just do not let them take your memory of better days. Yeah, social media was fun before someone ruined it.
Donald Trump has irreparably damaged the U.S. Standing worldwide, and it will never return to its prior. We will never be back where we were. Why? Because now it is clear to the entire world that the United States system of government is so fragile and so broken that one person, one guy, with no oversight can destroy the entire world's economy because he doesn't understand how tariffs work. And why would they ever trust us again? Why would they ever trust us again? Okay? We're cooked. There's no coming back from this. Even if someone else gets elected in 2028, they're going to go, well, why do we want to start buying from them? We could suddenly get more tariffs put on us. Why would we want to enter a trade deal with them? They could just go back on it, because remember when Trump was president, they just ignored a bunch of previous negotiated agreements. They're not going to trust us, okay? Our standing in the world is done.
Yeah, honestly, from outside looking, in this exactly what a lot of us have been saying for years. Trust is not a light switch that you can just, if I were American, I would feel embarrassed. And you know, for a friend who used to brag about being American, and that reputation took decades to build. And we do feel that hopelessness, yeah, in your words. But the thing is that other countries have short memory about anything related to money or money is involved. Yeah, we have a short memories.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will in my lifetime. I'm 57. I mean, Donald Trump has caused decades worth of destruction in 15 months. We've alienated every single one of our allies throughout Europe. We've alienated all of our allies in Asia, Australia, not just with his tariff bullshit that he's been doing for the last year, but he's been openly hostile to all of our allies around the world. And now, in engaging in this war, we have caused them to experience catastrophic economic consequences from a war that they weren't even involved in. And a key thing to remember is that Donald Trump didn't take over the United States. He didn't take over the presidency. Our electorate has demonstrated to the world that we will elect people like this to be president. We've done it twice. We will voluntarily put a person like this in charge of the United States. And so it's not just a Trump problem. The actual problem is the voting electorate in this country. The 90 million people who stayed home in 2024, eligible voters who couldn't be bothered to vote. That's a larger number than the number of votes that either candidate got in the election. Trump got 77 million, Kamala got 75.5 million votes. 90 million eligible voters stayed home. And the majority of the ones who did show up voted for this. So the world is looking at us like, once Trump is gone, all of those people are still going to be there and they might do this again. I don't think we're going to recover in my lifetime, nationally, internationally, economically. I don't think we will. I mean, are the midterms going to fix that? No, they're not. Everyone still needs to go out and vote for Democrats, but no, they're not. We can rein him in a bit, maybe, possibly, potentially. But the electorate of the United States did this to the entire planet. And the rest of the planet is looking at us as though we definitely have the capacity and the capability to do that again.
Yeah, that 90 million number is the part that haunts, everyone. I probably would look at every person differently, like wondering if they voted or just stayed home. We do feel that heavy hopelessness at your age.